Thank you so much for doing all this.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Jeff. This is I absolutely love this part of it.
Oh,
It's so fun coming on the teams. I'm just going to go on a limb here and say your team probably has some of the energetic team calls I think out there. I've been here for 1 minute and I'm already figuring this out.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't
Awesome.
do quiet. I don't do quiet. So, you know.
Mississippi's in the house.
All right, Jeff Beebe. Oh, I am recording. When did I record? I don't remember doing that. I did that? Wow, that's scary. Sometimes. All right, you guys, I have the power and I'm going to use it. Cool, man. What is going on? Yes, and continue. Perfect. You're all muted. Now it's me. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to ISABESTU Team Express. Woo! Business Zoom. I'm fired up. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Debbie Beebe. And I am honored to be here with each and every one of you right now. We have a few announcements and we have some rank advancements to celebrate. And we have a guest that I know you're all like, you got your notepad, got your phone out. You're like, I'm ready to rock this and learn this like crazy. So I'm going to run through the announcements really fast. And that is, please, please, please be on, invite teammates, prospects, all of that tomorrow night to our Zoom, our Difference Maker Zoom that Christina Potter has put together for us so we can learn stories about all the individuals in, not all of them in one night, but a lot of them, 3 of them on the Difference Maker Zoom, learning the stories, what people have done, or what solution has been resolved for them that they were seeking with Isagenix. She gets somebody that talks about financial, she gets somebody that talks about their weight release, their energy, their better sleep, whatever, because Isagenix is a solutions-based company. So she gets people on to tell stories and then share with the team, and then you can share with people. So remember, facts tell, stories sell. Be on that, invite. And if Christina Potter's on, I just want to give a shout out and say thank you for doing all that. And thank you for staying in integrity and saying throughout the Zoom to get back to the person that invited you to the Zoom, that invited you to take a look at Isagenix. Thank you for doing that and all you pour into that. All right, now I am going to go into recognition really fast. Well, I mean, not really fast to be disrespectful, but really fast so we can go through that and congratulate. You know the drill, each and every one of you. I see out of my side eye line, and you're going to clap and you're going to hoot and holler and you're going to be excited for all the rank advancements that we had just last week on this team. There were 21 of them. I'm going to read them off and then we're going to go ahead and get started with our wonderful guest of the evening. All right, you guys, so our consultant rank advancement, remember, Australia in the house. If I butcher your name, I am so sorry ahead of time, but here we go. All right, Australia in the house. That team is rocking and rolling, and here we go. We've got new consultants. We've got James Harbat, Hel Sito. We got Tulafono Ini, Piaula Futu. I might have butchered that one. Ada Simalaba. Whew. Fear, I'm seeing you. Are you clapping? Veronica Nua. And then we have Sandra Harris, Holly Murray. We have Ashley Adikes, Stephen Metcalf. Woo! And it just keeps coming. We have Tracy Carroll, Pauline Trujillo, Janelle Sabatini, Tara Bullock, and Bill Bonadonk. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to all of our newest consultants. And we have a couple managers in the house. We have, let's see, who do we have? We have Susan Trudell, and I hope you're on this. Congratulations, girl. I know you've worked long and hard. And then we have a crystal manager in the house, Valerie Bullock. Woo woo! That is just so super, super duper exciting. And we have 2 new executives, or actually a new executive and a rank advancement on an executive. We have a 1-star Golden Circle Crystal executive in the house, Candice Campos, and we have a 4-star Golden Circle, now 2-star Crystal executive, Sean and Susan Dampier. So congratulations, you guys. I'm fired up. because the more rank advancements just means the more people are just changing lives globally. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do. And now I'm gonna announce our trainer, teacher, leader, inventor, like extraordinaire, right? You all have been waiting for this. And, you know, usually I'll ask somebody that's going to be a guest to send me a resume so I can kind of, you know, get a vibe and kind of tell you why you should be here because this is important. Well, we already know how important this is, right? Because we all love our Penny app. It's saved our lives, right? We love this app so much, but I decided not to do that. I decided to go and be a private investigator just on my own. You know, I cruised through Facebook. I'm like, I wonder if he's married. Yeah, he is. Oh, I wonder if he has kids. Yeah, he does. Like I went and looked through, like think it's married 11 years, 2 girls, 1 boy. He took his girls on a date night. Like I went and looked at those kinds of things. And, you know, I gotta say, David, you said that you saw that we have a lot of energy, but just going through your Facebook profile and then your wife's Facebook profile, I'm like, holy moly, they are energetic and I want to hang out with them. They just look really fun. So without further ado, please welcome David Abbey, the creator of Penny App. Woo!
Oh, thank you. I'm a little, it's hot in here in Canada today. No. Thank you very much for having me. And yeah, you're not wrong. We definitely, you know, we come to the table and we want to have fun. But the whole reason this thing exists is so you can, you know, do more work, do more living, change more lives. You know, it started out, the quick backstory is Terry built a successful business and she was drowning while we had 3 very little children. So Penny was all born out of kind of her frustrations and her struggles so that she could have more time freedom to be with our kids who are now 3, 5, and 7. But when this thing started, they were brand new, I guess 1 and 3 or 1 and 4. So it was pretty intense. But I'm definitely excited to be here today. Definitely excited to take everyone through Penny. I saw some people clapping and saying yes when you introduced it. Hopefully you've had a chance to get in and play with it. If not, I'm going to kind of show you the basics today and a few tips. And one thing you said that, you know, kind of stood out right away. You said, facts tell and stories sell, right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a quick fact and a quick story that I want everyone to think about, you know, as you all go through your lives, you know, your daily challenges, you know, trying to build your business. And on the side note, kudos to you to even going through that list of names. I would have butchered the whole thing. So nice work. You know, the story I want to tell you is about a girl named Amanda. She's an Isogenics associate. She's now a 3-star. And she was one of the ones that helped us in the very beginning, try to find out how Penny fits and what she's supposed to do. And we spoke with her recently, going Q1, which is when she started using Penny. Going into Q2, she lifted her income by 126%, which is huge, right? She got from 2-star to 3-star during that period. And she got a new consultant during Q1, got her onto Penny early, got her stuck in the groove with Penny, and got her to executive in Q2 from using Penny. And it's about getting it into your daily routine, right? My story is that I'm a busy mother, a busy father. I'm hustling. I got a side business. I got all these things. But my story is that I'm changing lives and I'm doing it in 10-minute increments of my life. And Penny is the tool that I use to do it. And what I want to show you today is like how you just like 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, so that everyone that just became a consultant, you're going to be executives. Everyone that just became a manager, you're going to go as well. And that's really what's super important. And the whole premise of Penny is to know where to start, be super efficient, and then go to the beach, go on vacation, ride a bike, whatever that is. Like, just don't always be drowning. So I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to kind of show you each section. I'm going to explain a little bit about them. I want to kind of show you a tip or a trick in each one, and then answer any questions while I'm here.
That's great.
Sound good?
Yes.
And also, I always just like to say this, I'm one of many here. There's almost 30 of us that work here full time. So while I appreciate you saying, hey, I'm the creator, I'm just one of many of a very talented team. You know, Amy just being one of them. Kind of around the corner here is a room full of engineers that are extremely talented. So it's not just me, it's you know, it's an army. So, and we all love what we do. So I'm gonna share my screen. And where's the screen I want? There it is. Just let me know if you can see that, Debbie. Perfect. So this is the screen. It's called the daily. If anyone has ever seen Penny, this is your home screen. The goal of the daily is this is Penny's your assistant. She's your virtual assistant. She creates your daily list of activity for you. What I'm going to do in the tour tonight, though, is I'm going to go into the customer care section. I'm going to go into the prospecting section and the list section, show you how all the tasks are created, and then it'll really round out the daily. I'll come back at the end and it'll make a ton of sense. But the first thing I always do whenever I start, there might be some people who've never seen this before. If you watch this tutorial, there's going to be a lot of information. I don't recommend feverishly taking notes. I recommend putting your pen down and just watching and taking note of what I'm doing right here. This little button in the bottom corner says articles and videos. Everything I'm going to show you tonight on this webinar is broken down into a 4 or 5 minute video in this articles and video section. Here's the quick start. Maybe you want to come back and learn a little bit more about the customer care. You forgot something, you missed something, you wasn't sure. This video is, I think, 5 minutes long, and it's just customer care, right? Sure, you can come back and watch the whole video if there's a recording of it, which there is, or you can just come in here and go, hey, I want to get a refresher on how to use the mobile apps. I'm going to click on this video. I'm going to watch that. Or I need to sync Facebook and Instagram. I'm just going to come and watch that video. So this is a resource that's here for you. We always keep this updated. If you take nothing else away from this tonight, take this away. This is super important. The other thing that you'll see persistent on every page we go to is Penny in the bottom right-hand corner here. If I click on Penny's head, it's just going to open up my chat window. Hey, David, how can I make your day better? And then you just send us a message. Now we have a team. We have some people in Toronto. We have some people here in Vancouver. We're going to get back to you as fast as we can, right? As I just said, everyone wants to fit this business in those 10-minute increments of time. We may not get back to you in 10 minutes, but we will get back to you as fast as possible. So when that next 10-minute window pops up, someone's going to be there to help you. So that's our kind of promise to you. And to close this, I just hit this little button. But I'm going to start today in the section called customer care. It's the second icon down here on the left-hand side. And the customer care section is the genesis of Penny. My wife built up a big business. She had tons of customers. She had 3 little children, and she couldn't manage all of her customers. And they were falling through the cracks. Customers were leaving, bad customer experience. The story goes on, right? I'm probably preaching to the choir. You've experienced this before. So the customer care section, the brilliance here is that this connects directly to your back office. So you don't have to input any information. This all happens automatically. Whether you use Penny or not, this customer care section will exist. All the data will be here. And the beautiful part is the customer care has what we call the customer care cycle. Customer care cycle, just imagine this endless loop. Your customers are in it. As they move through, Penny's creating tasks for you at key touch points in their customer journey. So you don't always have to be like, when did Debbie order? When did Jeff order? When did Renee order? When did Cheryl order? What did Cheryl order? Did Cheryl, what's next? Penny's just going to do that for you. All the guesswork is gone. You can just take that weight right off your shoulders and then get into business. So the way this works, I'm going to start with my box opening. So Terry Lynn is actually my wife, but she's going to be my example customer tonight. So Terry Lynn is a brand new customer of mine. I'm click on her name. Penny's going to create this task for me. Here, I can see that Terry ordered the e-shots, the chocolate mint, and the strawberry cream, right? Perfect. Now I know when I'm going to engage with my customer. Now I know what I'm going to get into when I go into that coaching call. All that information is there. Moving down here, I can obviously complete this task. I can remove it. If you've synced your Instagram and your Facebook, if they're connected with your account, you can then open up their Instagram directly from Penny and then go and message them. And one of the tips down here at the bottom, everyone sees this little thing down here, it says box opening. You can create all of your scripts, your box opening script, your first week check-in script, your IsaBody challenge scripts, your auto ship reminder scripts, your reach out scripts, and save them all. And then when I have a box opening task, Penny's gonna load my box opening script for me. Now it's just, again, saving me a step. So when I'm waiting for my latte, or it's the middle of summer, I'm waiting for my iced latte, I can be there waiting. I click on the box opening. There it is right there. I'm so excited to get you started on the best journey of your life. Does tonight or tomorrow night at 7 work to go through your box and get you started? I click Instagram. It's gonna open Terry's account. There it is right there. I'm gonna click message. There we go. And I'm just gonna paste that in and send it to her. My wife knows I'm doing a demo right now, so she won't be super confused what that is, but that's how simple it is. I go back over here, there's her task, then I would just complete it, right? That, if I was waiting for my iced latte, that would have taken me less than 1 minute to do if I'd pre-written my script. Now, if I had 2 box openings, perfect. Terry's gonna reply, yeah, tonight's great, let's jump on at 7. At 7 o'clock, I know exactly what's in her box. I know how to coach her. Hey, you know, if you're getting into your cleanse days, they're gonna be tough. I'm now successfully into mine. I just finished 8 weeks in a row on Mondays. I just got home, I had dinner, it was fantastic, because let me tell you, I was starving. But it's an easy way for you just to get in that process. And then as you move through the customer care cycle, so now I've had my box opening, right? But then I've got my first month. So here's Terry Lynn, first week. So box opening, week 1, week 2, week 3. Penny's gonna create tasks for you at week 1, week 2, and week 3, just to check in with them. Hey, you cleansed today. Hey, how are you feeling? Week 3, you're probably going through a bit of a change. Your energy's probably lifted, depending on what they ordered. And then when you get to week 4, you're gonna have an auto ship reminder. So here I'm gonna click on Terry's auto ship reminder. Now I can see that Terry's got E+ and a bunch of Amped products in her cart. So now I'm gonna message her and say, hey, I see your auto ship's coming up in a few days. Do you have any questions? But the other little tip I'm gonna show you is if Penny sees you have some Amped products in here, she's gonna give you the Amped product sheet so you can share it with your customer. It's like, hey, I see you have the Amped products here. I've got the product information sheet here. This is gonna let you know why I love Nitro so much, because like I'm a big Peloton guy. I could not Peloton without my Nitro. It wouldn't make sense to me. So it's just a way, again, removing all the steps in between, you know, what is in Terry's cart, what is she ordering. I'm now demonstrating my ability to give kick-ass customer service, but I'm doing it with like this much effort because this is all happening for you. Like if you create your Penny account and you never log in, Penny's still doing the work behind the scenes. You got to come here to do the work, but it's just laid out for you like that. So that's your box opening, you know, first month check-ins, and then your auto ship. And the next one I want to show you here is, it's called a connect. This one's super important. Let me do Jody here, great. So the connect is a little bit different because the unique thing about a connect means that there's no auto ship. You're connecting with your customer, in this case, Laura Bell here, 45 days after the last order, because there's no auto ship, right? So they've ordered some products, but there's no auto ship set, so you want to connect with them. So you've got your Connect 25. So Jody, in this example, ordered the whole blend on July 20th, right after celebration. But she doesn't have an auto ship coming up, so now's the time I want to connect with her, because if she used all the products, she's going to be running out. And if she doesn't order, Lauren here ordered 45 days ago, Connect 45. And then as you go down the list, you get to Connect 80. Let me see, Terry Lynn there, this is just an example again. Terry ordered 80 days ago, but she doesn't have an auto ship. So the analogy I always like to think about is she's in a life raft. I worked so hard to get her on my boat, and now she's in this life raft, and Connect 25, Connect 45, Connect 80. She's just drifting further out to sea. And I work my butt off to get her as a customer, and now she's drifting further away. So I always want to connect with them and try to bring them back and make sure they have the right products. They could get it into the routines. You know, weren't able to come over some barriers. Like that's my job to help them. And if they go all the way through Connect 80 and they still don't come back, there's something here called a reconnect. Now a reconnect is for your customers that haven't ordered between 6 and 12 months. So these are the ones, the reason this is called a reconnect is because it's time to reconnect with them and reconnect with their priorities. Their habits changed, their motivations changed. It's been 6 months. They're totally out there. But here's a fun little stat. Again, in the group of associates that use Penny before celebration, 33% of the reconnect tasks that were completed reordered. And for the small group, it tallied up $117,000 in sales. And these people were all not going to reorder again. So 33% of these tasks, statistically speaking, are going to reorder. Because sometimes it's just a lack of, you know, you just haven't spoken with them in a while. You forgot. They're buried in a few of those little plus buttons on your back office. Your kid scribbled on the notebook that had their date you're supposed to follow up on, like whatever the reason. But this is just a great one. And now you can come in here And like I say, this is all laid out for me. Neil here at the top, ordered on January 7th. He ordered all of these products, but he never reordered. Do I know why? He's my customer. I work my butt off to get him. Now I can be like, right, forgot about Neil. Let's go engage with him. And then the other thing in the customer care cycle that's pretty cool is we now connect directly with IsaLife. So we can help you track your customers' journeys through the IsaBody challenge. So this example is the IsaBody maintenance photos, but Penny's also going to create tasks for you when your customers enroll in the challenge. I think it's 45, 70, and 100 days. As your customers are moving through, she just creates tasks for you to cheer them on. If they don't hit their BV requirements at 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks, Penny lets you know so that they don't get to the end of the 4 months and then come out at 495 BV and then they're not eligible. And then the other thing, Penny will also create tasks just to remind you to get their photos and their essays in so they're eligible. Right, again, this is all happening automatically for you. So it's really simple for you to do. And it's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. So what I want to do now is I'm going to show you just 2 little quick tricks here, just in case you guys haven't seen this. I'm just using Terry Lynn again as my example. Here's the information sheet that Penny recommends because Penny sees that there's amped in the cart. So Penny's just suggesting this for you. But you can go into the content menu, which is down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Here I can access all of my saved scripts. As you can see, I've got a whole ton of them, and I'm going to show you how to create scripts. I'm going to show you how to save them in a moment, so don't worry. But here's all of the content that Isagenix has preloaded for you. So let's say you wanted to share the whole blend video. You just type in whole. There it is right there. There's the animation. There's the video. There's the video with Dr. Plant. Or I can come back if I want to share the Isagenix Advantage video. I type in Isagenix. Here's the short version, the full version, the Cleanse for Life, the snacks product information sheet. And all you do is click select. This little link right here you see, that's just a short link that we create. So when Terry watches this video, we let you know that in Terry's profile. It just says Terry watched the Isagenix Advantage full video. But then you write a nice little message like this to Terry. Yep, just like that. Oh, you want to spell check before you send it to your customer. And then in this case, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to move the Zoom window there. I'm going to click on Messenger, and it's going to say, hey, I'm just going to copy this to your clipboard for you. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to open Facebook Messenger for me. It's going to put me into a direct message with Terry. There we are. And again, I paste that in and hit send. And that's it. And that's how the content works. So I'm going to jump over to the content section next. And I'm going to show you how to do the scripts piece, how to create your own, how to assign them to different types of tasks, and then also just show you where you can find all the information that Isagenix was kind enough to put in here for you. So content is on the menu on the left-hand side here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So content is made up of 2 things. It's all of the library content, which is this little button right here. This is everything that Isagenix has created for you and preloaded. They work really closely. This is Amy's. Amy works really closely with their marketing team to make sure this is always up to date. As you can see, the Isagenix Art of Wellbeing Business Opportunity. Maybe I want to share this onto Facebook. I click share to Facebook. There it is right there. I can share this in a news feed, on a friend's timeline, in a group, in an event, on a message, or I can send it to someone directly right from here, making it really easy to take this content and move it. I can share with someone individually. I can come in here. There's all sorts of stuff in here. There's a little search bar at the top. We actually forgot the search bar when we launched, and a few people are like, hey, how do I search content? We're like, that's a good question. Hold my beer. I'm gonna go fix that for you. So then the other thing here is in the content, there's library content, and then there's my content. So as you can see, I've created lots of scripts because I've given lots of tutorials. So my content can be made up of a few different things. I can have just straight scripts. I can have scripts that have links, maybe like a seasonal shake script that links directly to my back office because that's where I want to send my people. Or I can have scripts that have before and after photos or images that I've uploaded. And I just go to all my content, and then I'm going to go to add content. So here, very simple steps I'll show you. And this is one of the things that some of the people that are absolutely powering through growth in their business are doing. They take the time to set this up and then they just fly through it. So this is going to be a new awesome script. I'm running out of names. Now here, this is the trick. I highly recommend taking the time to set this up. Here's every type of task that Penny's gonna create for you, right? Here's my first week, second week, third week, all the different types of connects, my reconnects, all the different tasks around the ISA body. You can create a script and save it. So anytime Penny, I have a customer going through the challenge and they didn't hit their BV requirements at 4 weeks, if I save a script, Penny will give me that script at 4 weeks. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel. David went through the Ice Body Challenge. He didn't hit his BV requirements. Hey, David, I know you're crushing it. I'm so proud of you. I want to let you know that on the next order, we want to make sure we get above that BV because we don't want to fall short at the end of the challenge. Here's a few reasons why we want to make sure we're eligible. Product, gift certificates, coupons, whatever that might be. But here's where you can save yourself so much time in the future. So we come in here. I'm just going to say this is my new awesome reach out script. And I just add it in. And then if I want, I can paste a link to my back office. I can paste a link to my blog. Maybe there's a video I really like or a fitness blogger. And I love to point people who are going through transformations to that person because I'm inspired by them. It's as flexible as you need it to be. The really cool thing is in the not too distant future, Debbie's going to be able to create scripts and publish them and her team will be able to subscribe to them so that your leaders can now create scripts and say, hey, these are my top 3 favorites. Brand new associate tomorrow's like, great. I now have access to all this content. I can sync Facebook and Instagram and get scripts. So now really running out of excuses why I can't start here. I've got basically everything I need. So that's something that's coming in the very near future for you. I'm just gonna hit save. And there you go. I'm gonna close that. So that's the content section. Now, again, it takes a little bit to set up your scripts. What I have seen is some teams are actually sharing Google Docs where someone has gone in and just created a bunch of scripts and just said, hey team, you can actually use this and you just copy and paste in the interim until we build that publish feature for leaders like Debbie. There we are. So I'm gonna jump over to the custom list section. It's right above content here on the side. So if you come in here, you may have seen this list right here. It says 2.0 kickoff bonus. This is a list that Isagenix created with us. We published it earlier this week. Because there is the 2.0 kickoff bonus running until mid-August, Penny would have automatically created a list for you with all of your prospects already on it. You see Eric Coover is one of my prospects. So that's there for you if you're wondering what this was. But what I want to show you while I'm here is actually how to create your own custom list because they're extremely powerful. So I'm going to show you a very simple example first, and then I'll take it a step further after that. So the example I always use is just a seasonal shake, right? Once or twice a year, Isagenix comes out with a shake and you're like, all right, who are all my existing seasonal shake customers? Who bought this product from me in the past? Because those are always generally the people you want to talk to first. Now you want to talk to everybody, but like if you're waiting for your iced latte and you got 5 minutes, like let's be super efficient with our time. And let's say Isagenix has this shake going to the end of September. So I pick an end date. And here I include people who are a personally enrolled customer or a personally enrolled associate. And you can select between active and inactive. I'll leave them both, but you literally just toggle them off just like this. Right here, include people who have, right here, purchase these products. I want people who have purchased a seasonal shake. I click that button and right down at the bottom, it now says 46 people will be included. 46 people have purchased this product from me in the past. I click save. Penny says, hey, great, doing what I can here. You watch it tally up here in the top right-hand corner, 25, 30, 35, getting there, 40, 45, 46 people. My list has been created. There's a list of 46 people who are either a PE customer or a PE associate that have purchased a seasonal shake from me in the past, right? That's step one. Now this is where we get kind of cool. This is where things get really neat. Andrea Lamont, actually my acupuncturist. So I come in here, I want to send her a message to say, hey, seasonal shakes are back. I'm going to go into my content menu because I would have created a script for this already. Click on the content menu. I'm looking for my seasonal shake script with the link. There it is. It's Christmas in July. Obviously, I need to update my script. Your favorite flavor of seasonal shake is back. Let's get this in your cart before it's gone. This little link right here is going to go directly to my personal website. And if I click Messenger, it opens up a direct message in Facebook Messenger. If I click Instagram, it opens up a direct message in Instagram. If I click email, it opens up an email. And of course, on my phone, I can choose an SMS option and I can text her. Now, there's 46 people here on this list. Chances are I'm going to send the exact same message to those 46 people. And it's just going to take me, maybe I'll drink 2 iced lattes today and I'll just work through my list. And then I'll get all those messages out there. And I'm just going to click cancel. And then once I complete this task, the nice thing about a custom list is we kind of keep it all together for you because there's some sort of emphasis on this list. It's a time-sensitive seasonal shake. It's a challenge your team's running for. It's an 11-day challenge you have some customers running at. You have some reason to keep focus on this list. So you come in here and say, I'm going to follow up in 2 days. Add any notes. I love adding notes personally. And then tags. One thing I didn't mention before, Penny automatically tags all of your customers with every product they've ever ordered. So you don't need to add any tags because the seasonal shake tag is already here. So I'm just going to go to the bottom and click save. And then you can see right here later, there's my follow-up in a few days for Andrea. So on the 19th of August, 2 days from now, this will be on my daily because that's part of my daily activity because I've created that task for myself. And then I've got this list to go through. As you can see on the side here, I've only completed 2% of my daily activity. I got to do a little bit more. And that's a very simple example of how you can create a custom list. I'm going to show you something that's slightly more complex though. So follow along. I'm going to create a custom list. Here, I'm going to call this list Peach Mango. And this example was actually shown to me by an associate. And let's just say I'm picking the end of the month. I want all of my customers. Now, as I said a moment ago, Penny automatically tags every one of your customers with every product they've ever bought. So that when you come in to make these lists, that's what Penny's looking for. So if I wanted a list of every customer that has ever purchased the natural rich berry flavor before, but have not, this little button right here, but have not tried peach mango, you see I have 59 people that have purchased natural rich berry flavor, but never purchased peach mango. And I click save. I want a list of my amped customers that have never purchased a bar. I want my Ionic Supreme customers that have never purchased Bia. I want my Isoline Shake customers that have never purchased Whole Blend. You can start to come in here and find people who have purchased one product and not the other, just by entering the product names here. Include people who have purchased natural rich berry, but have not purchased peach mango. Hopefully everyone got that one, because that's a really powerful tool. The other thing you can do is if you've added tags to your customers' profiles, you can add them manually. You can start to build custom lists of people in your PE3, your PE4, your PE5. Maybe I want, if Debbie's on my right-hand side, I want a list of all of Debbie's customers and associates because I want to work really closely with her to help her really scale her team. So you can start to use these tags and these lists to really hone in on little pockets of customers to drive very meaningful volume and action into your business. And I'm going to close that. And of course, you can create as many as you'd like. So I'm going to pause there for a moment because I know I just threw a lot at you with the customer care section, the content section, and the list. I don't know if there's only 40 or 50 people on the call. Maybe it's not too bad to open up some Q&A. And then I'll go in and show you just prospecting and the daily.
I do have a question, so I get to go first.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
2 questions, actually.
I call that the wedding singer, where you have the microphone and we're just going to listen to whatever. Yeah.
Seasonal shake list. When you went into the custom list, and then you're going to send them out, that we've got a seasonal shake. And you
Yep.
said that it sends your link back to your website, but we don't necessarily want that if they already had an account and they have an account. We want them to order from their own back office.
Yeah, then I would, in that case, I would leave the link out.
Okay. Okay. So that's optional. Just take that out.
Correct.
Okay. And then can you have 2 people working with the assistant on one account?
Yes, the only thing I would not recommend doing is both of you doing the customer care tasks at the exact same time, trying to like jump over each other. But if you were working in the morning doing something and your husband logged in and worked in the evening, totally fine.
Okay. So I could work like Facebook, Instagram with
Yes.
one account.
Yep.
Okay. I could do that. Perfect. And then
Mhm.
last thing, sorry, I did have one more. I have rumor LinkedIn is going to be added. Is that
Yeah, I hope I want to spread more rumors, but maybe next week. We're not sure.
okay? Perfect. I'm done. Go ahead. Someone else.
David. And maybe if we're both working an account, we can just start out at the beginning of this. Is you may have already heard from Debbie, so it just makes it an easy you may have already heard from my wife Debbie, blah blah blah. But on the BV for the IsoBody challenge, is that automatically come up and will alert us when it shows the tasks we have? Will it say that they're lacking so much?
I don't think it actually gives you the difference. It just says, hey, David's below in his BV, and then we're adding the BV. So when you go into David's profile, you'll see what the BV order was in his cart.
Okay, so when we see, because I've been seeing it where it says, congrats on starting and ending in 45 days. So in those sections, it'll give us that alert.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. And then you're showing the computer version of this. I'm looking at my phone. Is it pretty much the same? I mean, it's just laid out a little different on the phone.
Yeah, there's obviously the layout on the phone is a little bit different. The interactions are a little bit different because you're tapping, but I'll go into customer care for a section. If you're on your phone, you'll see your full list. You can tap on the search bar at the top, which opens up this little filter menu. And then when you open up someone's profile, the task pad looks the exact same. The view profile looks the exact same. The added bonus to the phone is there's an option to text, right? Text has the highest open and response rate. So you can do that on your phone. As for, connecting with your back office, updating, creating activity, all those core features, it's the exact same from the computer to the mobile device. The only thing you can't do on a mobile device or a tablet or an iPad is sync with Facebook and Instagram and soon to be LinkedIn. And the reason that is
you cannot do it from the phone.
You cannot. The reason is we use something that Google builds and deploys. It's called an extension, and Google limits the extension to desktop computers.
But once it is linked, it's on the phone.
Once it's linked, it's on the phone. And if you ever want to go back and update your sync, maybe added some new friends or some new followers, you just have to go back to a computer and use Google Chrome to do it.
If you complete your daily at the freight train, you complete your daily task. And say it's not as many, one day it's less, and the other day, like mine today is 34. And I want to do more.
Yep.
How do I do that on my phone?
On your if you finish the freight train, I would just go into each section and make sure you've got you can go in and do some more in each section. And if you still want to go do more, you can go into your contact section and then go into your uncategorized, which is just contacts that you have in your phone or in your Penny app on your phone, and just start messaging more people.
Okay. And I know there's more questions here, but I would love if we could sort of maybe get a commitment like every month or month and a half or every 2 months, you come back, because there's new people coming on every time. So every 2 months, you be a guest speaker on here.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Next.
No problem at all.
Hey, I got a couple, 3 really. I do mine on pretty much everything on the phone, and I see that there's a lot more on the desktop. But as I roll through mine, there's a couple of things. I'm big on notes too. Uh, I wish there was a place to put notes on everybody, if I wanted to, on every category. You know, like I did a lot of reach outs today, being able to put, hey, reached out for the first time on this one, or just something. I like notes. So I don't know if that's possible.
Like one note to many people.
No. Just like if I reached out to Amy Griffin, and after I reached out, when I hit complete, if there'd be a space to put notes about that reach out or something.
There is on the mobile phone. When you hit complete, you get a little screen. It says, would you like to add a note? No, thanks. Or yes, I do. If you hit the yes button, it'll give you that place to add that note.
Now, is that on every category? I saw that on one of the categories, but not all of them.
I will double check because it should be.
Yeah, I can't remember which one I was doing. I think it was just flat out reach outs. But one of them there was not. And also when you hit complete and you go there, I wish we could go back, because once you hit complete, you're pretty much done. And I'm like, oh, who is this or something? And I wish I could go back to the main screen where I was.
Yep. If I don't have a demo of my phone pulled up, but on the app as well, if you go to the very bottom of the daily, there's a completed option, and it will give you the list of all the tasks you've completed for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually go in if you complete it.
Okay.
This is just an example. I can click save. I'm just going quickly now. I'm going to the completed button here. There's Jody right there. I can just undo it and it brings it back to life. And you can do that on the mobile phone as well.
Cool. And I have not done it on the desktop, but when you add customers, like I get a prospect off the street and I add them, a cool ad for that would be a place for their birthday.
Yes. I don't think it's on this setup, but if I go into prospecting, we're just going to take Amber Butler here at the top of my list. So this is in the exact same spot in the app as well. You go into their full profile. Only difference is in the app, there's going to be 3 little dots in the top right-hand corner, and that's just going to give you all these menu options. You just go into edit, and there's their birthday right there.
Awesome.
So
I didn't see that.
She's not born in a negative month. There you go.
Awesome.
And let's say 1999. There you go. And then you just click save, and it's added there for you.
And real quick, just for everybody out there, man, I've been doing this a long time in the retail world. How many of you might be the least bit overwhelmed? And I know more hands are going to pop up than that. So I managed people for a long time, and I incorporated one of these in a dealership 15 years ago, and have worked with 5 or 6 different ones. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I had one lady that cried because she just couldn't get it. She was old school, found out she was dyslexic, and she just couldn't get it, but I managed her. I made her do it. You don't have anybody making you do this, so you've really got to manage yourself. This lady's sales doubled in 2 months, and she was our top salesperson for forever, really. So guys, I'm telling you, if you adopt this program into your life and use it every day, don't never lose it, and be consistent with it, you will be a millionaire. There's no doubt. There's zero chance that you won't. But you got to manage yourself, and you got to make yourself do it. So you're not going to retain half the stuff he told you tonight, I know. But get in there and play with it, and play with it, and play with it. And in a month, you'll have it like the back of your hand. That's just my notes to you.
Well, thank you. I definitely echo what you're saying, and we will always do our best to make it easier and easier. I know one of the things our product team is building right now is actually almost like a tutorial, so you can go in and master each section. So we will continue to help you, so we can help you be accountable. But to your point, you definitely want to get in, you want to use it, you want to be familiar with it, and figure it out, because once it fits into your life and it's in your routine, it's fantastic.
I just wanted to say how I really find it very easy to use and very user-friendly.
Perfect.
I have a quick question. Can you add multiple Facebook accounts? So if you have more than one, like a business page, or can it just be one account only?
You could, but where things will, so say you added your Facebook account and you're friends with me, and then you went and added your next account and that account wasn't friends with me. When you go to open a message to me, it won't open because you're not connected. So generally speaking, it's designed to work, one-to-one, just because the way Facebook Messenger works. But I mean,
for someone like Jeff and Debbie who work together as a team and they each have their own Facebook accounts, but they work the business together, how could someone send messages to either one of their, how can you link it to two separate accounts, or what would be the best way to work that out?
What we've seen is that teams like that, husband and wife, they create two Penny accounts and link them both to the same back office. Then the husband syncs his Facebook, his Instagram, the wife syncs theirs. But it's connected to the same back office. So the customer care cycle tasks are the same. The only catch there is, unfortunately, there's no 2-for-1. If you both want a pro account to have your content and your script saved, then you both have to upgrade. In some cases, what they're doing is one account will be a pro, one account will be a free account. That's just your own decisions, but that's how we've seen people do that in the past.
Makes perfect sense. Thank you.
That is brilliant. I'm so glad you said that. So both of us, because this is what was, she's working the back office, I'm doing the pinning thing, and she's asking me this and that. So, and I felt like, oh shoot, her whole Facebook account and her connections aren't being, which we know know a lot of people the same. Still, it would be great. So we can buy 2 pro versions.
Correct. And connect them to the same back office. Yep.
We log in, but with her email and her name, same back office.
Correct. Beautiful.
Okay,
Yep.
that just solved that.
And also, just in case someone is on this call or they're watching the recording of this, if you have a re-entry, we are working on connecting your re-entries into one Penny account right now. I don't know if you guys are saying, but just in case it generally comes up. So that's coming as well. Should I move on?
I saw real quick, you can hit on this. I saw when, I'm not one to watch a bunch of stuff. I watched one video and all I heard you say, just focus on that daily thing. And I just stopped and went straight to that daily thing. And then I just hit that freight train. And that's what I've been doing the whole time. And then I went and synced everything. So if you can just reiterate to people as you move on about that daily one and how simple it is, because it was this bonehead simple to me.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly take everyone through the prospecting tab, which is what everyone's looking at my screen, and then I'm going to end up on the daily. And then that is to the point. The reason I go through the customer care section, the prospecting list, and the content is just so you understand how everything is tied together. But really, most people never leave the daily because you don't really need to unless you're doing all sorts of other activities. And the best practices that we see and the best practices that we teach is do the daily first, because that's what's going to pay you. It's starting new conversations, reaching out with new customers, following up with existing, prospects, and then you get into your customers. These are the ones that are paying you right now. You work through your customers that are ordering, your customers that just ordered, your customers that haven't ordered in a while. Then go and make graphics, then go and do other things that might help your business. But what we see those who are most effective is they're disciplined, they come in, they get their daily done, and then they go on to other activities in their business. But I'm going to quickly take you through the prospecting section, which is, again, what you're seeing on my screen. And you've heard us talk a lot about syncing with Facebook and Instagram. This is the section where you do it. This is your prospecting tab. So there, Matt. You come in here. Here's the options to click sync Instagram or sync Facebook. I'm going to sync Instagram. I'm not actually going to do it. If I click this button, it's going to jump over. It's going to bring in my most recent 2,000 followers and my most recent 2,000 people that I follow. Or I can sync Facebook. It's going to bring in all my friend list. And I go back. And the cool thing here is this little button in the bottom corner here. It says fill your funnel, and there's a little check mark. If that's turned on, Penny will just recommend a minimum of 5 people to have conversations with. each and every day. And there's two really cool advantages here. One, it's just about building momentum in your business, whether you're just reaching out and having conversations because you haven't talked to Debbie in a while and you just want to re-engage. The other really cool byproduct of this is if you're having a lot of conversations, you're kind of hacking Facebook's algorithm, and there's more people start showing up in your feed instead of just the 30 people that I see every day. So it's kind of a neat thing you can do. And again, it's just about having conversations and serving your market. And as you're going through, you know, I've got my reach outs. So here's a list of people that Penny has suggested I have conversations with. I'm going to click on Bobby here. Here we go. There's that awesome new script I just created, remember? So now Penny's serving that up for me. So I'm like, great. My script could be a re-engagement script. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. Or it could be, hey, have you heard about the new whole blend? Whatever your scripts might be. And I can go into Bobby's profile just the same as I can with a customer. The only difference here, you're going to see something, you're not going to see their address information and the weather and the time. You're going to see the option to tag Bobby as a hot prospect. Maybe you've reached out to her, you engaged, she's interested in whatever you and the business have to offer. So I can mark her as a hot prospect. And the reason I do that, actually, before we go, just in case you're wondering, you wanted to add a note to Bobby's profile, you just click on that little note tab right here on the side. So that is also where you would come in and add a note.
Is this on the phone version that you're talking about too, the prospect?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's all the exact same. I just wanted to point that note thing out there. But you tag Bobby as a hot prospect. The reason I encourage people to tag them as a hot prospect is on the left-hand side here in this little sub-menu, there's a button here that says hot prospects. Team challenge, time-sensitive activity, want to focus and drive some volume and action in my business. Click on hot prospects. Here's a list of everyone on my list that's a hot prospect. I've engaged with them for some reason. And if, you know, you're both note takers like we are, you come in here and I'd open up Rachel Hollis's profile and I could view her profile. I didn't actually add notes, but I would have all my notes. Why is she a hot prospect? What is she interested in? And then if I wanted to, when I complete this task, I'm going to say I'm going to follow up in 2 weeks. Always create a follow-up, right? Always, that's your best foot forward. You're trying to introduce them to the business or the products. If you reach out to someone and don't follow up, it's not the best demonstration of what kind of service you're going to give. So I always say, add a follow-up. Come in here, you know, send a note on Instagram. And then the concept of tags. A tag is just a way to sort and organize your customers, your prospects a little bit more. Here, maybe Rachel Hollis is interested in weight loss. So I'm going to tag her as weight loss, because then I could create a custom list of everybody that was interested in weight loss. Or maybe Rachel said to me, hey, you know, let me know when you're having your next 11-day challenge. I'd love to be a part of it. So I would come in here and I'd tag her as 11-day. Now when I'm creating my next custom list for my 11-day challenge, Rachel would pull up. Or maybe Rachel is on my soccer team and I'm going to create a custom list of everybody right before soccer season because they're all trying to lose weight and get back in shape. So then I create, so these tags are then used to really slice and dice and find these little pockets of people so you can make your life really easy. And then I click save. And then again, you can see I've completed 1.3% of my daily activity. Here's my activity for the week. I haven't been doing much. And I can view month activity as well if I want to. So I can kind of hold myself accountable to see how I've been doing. And as we become more and more sophisticated and intelligent at Penny and learn more about the field, we'll actually start putting in benchmarks and putting in, you know, some really cool data for everyone to see and to view and to see how you're stacking up against everybody else, just to see how your business is growing. I'm clear to that. And I'm going to jump over to the daily though. This is where we're talking about with Jeff. So the daily is, this is the idea of Penny as your personal assistant. Penny has created my list of activities. She's given it to me. Before I woke up this morning, this list was created. And as you look at the way this list is laid out, I'm just going to walk you through it. So this is the easy does it setting. So this is the minimum amount of activity I should be doing every day I'm deciding to work. I'm reaching out to 5 new people and putting 5 new conversations out there, right? Come in here, Rachel, Nicole, Colleen, Kara, and Kelly. I never have to leave because there we go. There's that awesome new script I just created and I can launch Instagram and message right from here. Complete the task, follow up, get my 5 reach outs for the day. My iced latte is almost done. I'm going to follow up with 3 people. Eric, Michael, and my wife. We all know they're rock stars in the business, right? So I'm going to follow up with these 3 people. Now I've started new conversations. I've got some engagement going. Auto ships is guaranteed money. These people have auto ships coming up in the next few days. And if you see this little red thing, that means that task is just expiring on the 17th, which is today. So this task is dead. So if I don't, connect with the customer there. So now these people are going to order. Moving down my list, I got a box opening. Great. Click on Terry's name. There's my box opening script, right? You can see the pattern that I'm in. I never have to leave the daily because Penny is populating this for me. And then again, I go down, I've got to connect with 2 people here who haven't ordered in 25 days. Going down, I've got 8 people that haven't ordered in 45 days. I got 10 people down here that haven't ordered in 80 days. I got 2 people to reconnect with. I got 1 person who's finished up their ISO body. And here's my custom list that I created. So this is me waking up in the morning going, I know what I'm doing today. This is my list. Now here, I'm up in the middle of my screen. I can crank it up. That's just going to increase the amount of activity that Penny puts on my daily. So you now notice the number of reach outs went to 12. I now have 8 follow-ups. If you go down a little bit low, I now have 5 reconnects. Or as Jeff says, the freight train, jump on the freight train. Penny's just going to load this thing up with tons of activity for you so you can just drive even more momentum in your business. And then the idea being, I can come in, I got 66 people I got to follow up with. So I can then work that way. So whatever fits in your business and the amount of time that you have, you can then do that accordingly here and then just adjust it and work through your business. And here on the desktop, you can see all my completed tasks over here. On the mobile phone, you can go to the very bottom of the daily and it says view completed tasks at the bottom and you click that. But I can stop there for questions if we have any other ones.
I just want to say one thing, and then I know there's questions. I just want to flood belief into each and every one of you guys. There's a reason why there's Easy Does It, Crank It Up, and Freight Train. The top leaders are all on Freight Train. Set it for Freight Train. Why go? And this is from Frankie Hernandez saying this the other day. Why is your belief to go, oh, I'm just going to set it on Easy Does It? Set it on Freight Train and see what you can complete. It's not going to judge you. And if you don't complete it, at least you got all those contexts that you can just keep every time you run to the bathroom. You got a job, you're sitting on the toilet at your job, you can hit 10 of them. Your scripts are right there. So I just want to say that. Go ahead, I'm done.
I would never use the toilet example, but I totally agree with you. Yeah, and so this is the cool thing about Penny is, we released this Isogenics to the field 4 weeks ago to the day. So this is V1, right? There's learning, there's bumps, we got to figure things out and optimize and continually optimize. And the cool thing about the way we work is we listen to the field. We are always going to be evolving this product. So whenever you have a question, you're stuck, something doesn't seem right, or you have a really great idea, this little blue button in the bottom right-hand corner, and you click on that. Or if you're on the mobile app, you go to the chat in the mobile app, send us the question, send us the feedback, because we need to learn your best practices and we will always evolve Penny. We have an entire roadmap of really cool features that have come out to make your life even easier. I know a lot of you probably want to dig into your teams a little bit more, which is the team care feature, which is on the horizon for us to release. LinkedIn is another thing that's coming. There's some new features coming that allow you to prospect even greater on Instagram. So definitely don't be shy to send us messages, send us questions. We're always here to listen and learn. And our success is hinged off your success. So we're kind of all in this one together. But definitely stop and answer more questions. And if not, we can call it a night.
I got one. I pick up on keywords, and you said when you were doing reach outs, I like hacking into the Facebook algorithm. So touch on that a second. What do you mean by that? And
the way Facebook algorithm kind of works, right? You've got your feed of people, and you generally will notice it's going to always be the same 20, 30, 50 people, right? You can have thousands of friends. Sometimes I forget that I'm friends with people. But when you're having conversations with so many different people, Facebook doesn't know which people to show you, so it shows you more people. It's just how it works. Whereas if you're always only engaging and liking and commenting on the people that are in your feed, Facebook's just going to keep showing you those people. So the more conversations you're having, the more people you're engaging with, the more people that show up in your feed.
Perfect.
Now's your chance, peeps. Anybody got a question? Leaders go first.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you, David. Your team is amazing. They got back to me in less than 30 minutes today. My system glitched and they walked me through it in a second and I'm up and running again. So they're awesome. You guys, this is amazing. Thank you.
I love hearing that.
That's great. I love that. Okay, I do have something to say. And I think the number one thing that I've heard in 7 years is, I mean, it is the number one thing is, how do you follow up with everybody? How do you keep track of everybody to follow up? How do we follow up? What's your system used for follow up? How do I follow up with, like, that is the most common thing that I've been asked over 7 years. And I think all of the leaders, and everybody has their own systems and organizational skills or lack of, right? And this blows my mind because this is everything. This is everything. We had a program with Isagenix that had a drip system and a follow-up, and now today's your cleanse day and blah, blah, blah. But I could never, it was so complex for me to use it, and I could never get on track, like, well, what if they miss their cleanse day? Or what if I can't send that out now, you know? And this Penny is brilliant. I mean, I don't even have to worry about any of that because it's all in my hand, in my phone, or right here if I'm sitting at the desk. So David and team, I cannot thank you enough for this. Like, this is brilliant and easy. And I want everybody, like Jeff said, the belief. I mean, if this was over your head at any point, we have the videos that you can go back and watch. You can reach out to their team. You can rewatch this one. If you checked out at any point, check back in and use this, because guess what? This is going to be what you're going to use to duplicate throughout your team as your team grows. This is 100% what Jeff and I are using. So get with it now, and it's just going to get a lot easier, and you're going to be able to teach your teams, and it's going to duplicate so well. So thank you, David. That's all I had to say. I don't know if somebody has a question or whatever, but thank you, David.
I want to reiterate what Debbie says. You know, we got a lot of information here. I mean, so much that I was like, holy moly, I didn't know this thing did all this. So I'm going to be diving in. But someone like me, I just downloaded it, and my feeling, I'm doing this as a business, I'm getting the pro version no matter what. So I highly recommend everybody, don't play around, hit the pro version, hit the freight train, and let's just go and just dive in, and don't be scared of it. I wasn't. I just flipping did the daily thing like he said. And then I went in, the biggest thing for me was to try to download my Instagram and my Facebook. I had to go to the other source. What is it? What is the other one that you have to go to do that? It's not Safari.
Oh, Chrome. Google Chrome.
That was my biggest issue. Now, it was like, this is so easy. And I haven't even ventured off the daily tasks. It just boom, 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 just loads it for me. And I'm connecting with people that I haven't connected with since 2014. So I just thank you for this so much. And you guys all as leaders here, I suggest right when you hang up, right when we get off this Zoom, if you do not have it, you go download it and you bump it up. Don't dip one toe in. Let's dump it up. Let's be the team that flipping shows that we are flipping doing this faster than anybody. So there it is. And I would like to schedule, I mean, we would like to, Debbie and I will get back to you at least, I think, every month and a half, because we're going to have leaders coming in every so often. And it would just refresh all of us seasoned people too. And we have you as an expert in here to train it. You know, it's just really.
That's the whole point, right? So yeah, I'll happily come back, and in a month and a half, we'll have some new stuff as well, which is wonderful.
It's exciting.
Yeah, but thanks everyone for taking the time to listen to me tonight. I know I just kind of rambled on for an hour, but that's fine.
No, we loved it. Everybody on here loved it. You see, they're at the edge of their chair, like, So good. All right. Is that
Fantastic.
it? Do you have anything else? Any other
do.
grip on us?
No, I'll leave it at that.
Frank Hernandez.
Uh-oh. Getting called out. Did you get called out? Do you have a question?
No, I really wanted to say thank you, David. I mean, this is not only duplicatable, which is what we need. It's fun. It's exciting. We have it in our threads. We're, competing with the daily tasks that are given to us.
Nice.
It just has so much fire to it and ease, like I said, ease. And I just enjoy it. After I finish working out, I just get on it. A freight train takes about an hour. It's just, keeping up with all the contacts after that when they start actually responding and doing all that fun stuff. I just can't thank you enough. And I want to encourage the team just to play with it and just learn as much as you can, because it's just like it's a game now. It's not even like you're working. You're just playing this cool game, reaching out to people and making money and having a lot of fun. So thank you so much. Erica helped me before. I think a lot of people don't realize, like, if you're not synced correctly or you're not realizing that you're synced, it's probably because of the cookies and stuff like that. I learned that today. So sometimes if your computer is storing all these cookies, it might disturb the process of syncing that. So I guess David could touch on that, or if he needs to, but kind of clean those out before you try to sync those things together.
Yeah, my only comment there is to go for it, and if it breaks, let us know. That's my approach, because that's what we do. We've got a really good team. You mentioned Erica, someone else I think mentioned Fraser. The team's there to help you, right? Like, we're doing our best to give you guys a great experience so that you can do your best to give your customers a great experience. And if you win, everyone on this call wins, and then just by our role in this, then we win as well. So don't feel bad if you break it. Don't feel bad saying, "Hey guys, sorry I broke it." Well, we're gonna fix it, so don't worry about that.
Thank you so much, David. We
Yeah,
are
you're very welcome.
We
so
end this a
honored that
certain
you
way.
were here. What, Jeff?
I said we end this Zoom
Yeah.
a certain way, so you get to be part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
I unmute everybody and we count it down 1, 2, 3, and we all scream Isogenics. So I'm gonna
All right.
unmute everybody and let's scream it like we mean it. Jeff, are you gonna count us out?
Everybody unmute yourself if you're unmuted. All right, thank you, David. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. That was really awesome.
Love Penny.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Woo! So good.
Thank you so much.
Guys, that was awesome.
Excited.
Dude, this
Cool
is
beans.
So excited. Woo! Here we grow.